guys, so we arrived in New Orleans and here's our Airbnb. This is the kitchen, and then over here is the living room area. Got a TV there. That's a bathroom over there. We didn't need this big old Airbnb, but it's really the same price as a hotel would be, so we just figured why not feel like we're at home. Here's the first bedroom with a nice big king size bed. And then, are you in the bathroom? No? Okay. And here's the other bathroom, the first bathroom. The shower area. And then the laundry area over here. A nice washer and dryer there. And here's the other bedroom. Another king size bed. A nice vanity over there. Another TV. A big walk-in closet there. And then there's another bathroom here. Oh, another bathroom. The sink, big mirror, and a tub over there. So yeah, it's a really big size. And we are gonna go to Walmart right now.
Good morning, guys.
We are in front of the Sheraton Hotel in New Orleans waiting on our tour bus to go visit two plantations, the Whitney Plantation and the Alley Plantation.
So as you guys know, my wife is a historian, so she's very excited. I'm gonna take some videos of her just speaking about her experience, so this should be fun and we're excited. All right.
So we actually did a combination tour with a Black-owned company called Legendary Tours, and we were able to visit two plantations that day. I'll post the link down below so you guys can check it out. Being a Black woman and my husband being a Black man, this is something that we just wanted to do to really learn more about our history. And being there was really surreal, thinking that hundreds of years ago, we probably would have been enslaved people at a plantation similar to this. So it was a chilling experience, but it was also powerful, and it was very meaningful to us to be able to go there. Hey everyone, Tiffany here, and we are here at the Oak Alley Plantation, originally owned by Jacques and Celine Roman, and we are in the slave quarters right now. To my left you have the home of a house slave, and then you have the slave hospital, and I believe to my right is going to be other slave cabins, probably for field workers. This plantation was a sugarcane plantation in the 1840s, and we learned a lot of history today, so we'll tell you more as we explore the plantation. So they wouldn't let you film in the big house, but they pretty much just talked about the family that owned the plantation, so we were able to film some of the slave quarters. And just in comparison, obviously the big house was this beautiful luxurious mansion, and the slaves are living in these cabins in the back in not the best conditions at all, so super sad. So here we see the painful reality of slavery, which are shackles and other restraints to prevent enslaved people from running away. If they ran away, obviously they would be hurt. This particular device was a neck restraint, and if you look at the picture here, it would be put around someone's neck, and often on the ends here there would be different bells or metal objects so that if that person were moving, you could hear them. We also have several different types of shackles for children, prison shackles, and adult shackles, but they all pretty much operated the same way. Were attached with a link, and then the wrist would go through here. And they would have both hands shackled together or legs shackled together like so. I'm not going to put my whole hand in there because I don't want to get stuck, but unfortunately this is the painful reality of slavery, punishment, and confinement. So the next plantation we visited was called the Whitney Plantation. It was just about 5 to 10 minutes up the road. And this plantation really was set up a lot differently than the Oak Alley Plantation, so I'll talk about our experience there. Hey guys, so it is the middle of the afternoon, about 1 o'clock here in Louisiana, and it is really, really hot. We are at another plantation called the Whitney Plantation, and this entire plantation today is dedicated to the enslaved people that lived here and pretty much the experience of slavery. So when you go from one place to the next, they focus on the enslaved people. So at the Whitney Plantation, we got an audio device where we listen to audio at each location on the plantation that talked about maybe what that specific building was for or an enslaved person's experience. And I felt like this was super powerful because it really brought the stories of those that were enslaved alive. And just being a black woman, I could like picture myself hundreds of years ago as a slave on this plantation and just how horrible that experience would have been. So, you know, seeing the names of people and how they paid honor to them and respected their stories was super meaningful. So the crop that you see around me is called sugar cane, and you can see just how tall it's growing. If you look at the leaves, they are a bit coarse, and so imagine having to use a machete to cut at the root here and then trying to grab it and harvest it. You could risk cutting your hands, and so like in earlier we saw at the Oak Alley Plantation, the tools that they would use on this particular crop, but it was laborious, it was difficult. You're working out in the hot sun and you are working around the animals that are native to this area. So there's a possibility there were snakes, there were alligators if you were near a swamp, etc. And so it's really, really difficult. And even standing in the middle of this just makes me think about all the people that literally work for free doing this hard work. So as we left, we were actually able to drive by some other plantations. This one, I believe, was where 12 Years a Slave was filmed. This one is called the Evergreen Plantation. And ironically, the Oak Alley Plantation that we visited was where Beyonce filmed her music video for Deja Vu. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, we headed back. We got changed. And we're gonna head to dinner at a place called Boyle Seafood House and have some seafood, some New Orleans crawfish. Hey guys, so we're at Boyle Seafood House on Magazine Street, well near Magazine Street. And this is a New Orleans classic char grilled oyster. So this is my first time ever trying it. I've never actually had an oyster in general. So it's kind of hot. So you can't really just grab it and put it in your mouth because it's charred. I'm gonna take a piece here. And the first time ever and get into this seafood boil, and there's Babe. I'm excited. It's Babe's first time trying crawfish, actually mine too, but he wanted to order it, so here we go. Getting a big chunk. What's the verdict? It's good? What does it taste like?
Similar to crab.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's a lot of crawfish left. Babe is probably gonna finish half of them because I can't do it. It's too much, too many legs, too many eyes. So the next day we did a swamp tour with Louisiana Swamp Tours. It was so fun. We did the covered boat because I wasn't sure how the airboat would have been. But we enjoyed our experience. It was a great tour and we saw quite a few alligators. And that was a lot of fun.
But don't squeeze him and hold him by the tail, okay? Alright, y'all ready? The alligator's gonna come and eat. Not the little girl, the marshmallow. Uh-oh, watch out, chaw. Now y'all know y'all all on one side of the boat. Y'all gonna be closer to the alligator.
Ooh,
I
Showdown.
told you they jump.
it's a
Get
fight.
that other guy in a white shirt.
Yeah.
Nah, you get them bigger out.
Hey guys, so I haven't been filming much today, but we are at a restaurant called Cane and Table. It's actually a Latin fusion restaurant, and we wanted to try something different. We've had some Cajun food the past couple of days, so Cane and Table. The vibes are beautiful. This is their outdoor area, and then they have an indoor area. There's not a lot of people in here because they close in an hour, but we figured we would come and check it out. Should probably look at the camera and not at myself. But I got the steak and yuca, and I'm gonna take this home. And Marquise got like fried ribs, crispy ribs with rice, peas, and like a non-creamy slaw. Their drinks are also really good. I got the passion fruit lemonade, and Marquise had like a Haitian Mai Tai cocktail that he really liked. So yeah, this is Cane and Table. It's in a nice part of New Orleans, and we really enjoyed our time. Hey babe.
What's up?
What did you like most about the trip so far? This is day 3. What have you enjoyed the most?
Yes, so this is day 3, so I've actually enjoyed everything. Wednesday we did the plantation tour, the Oak Plantation, was it?
Oak Alley.
Oak Alley, and then the Whitney Plantation, very eye-opening. It was very moving. I mean, it just really meant a lot.
Guys, so good morning. We are on our way to brunch, okay? Or breakfast, actually. It's still breakfast time. So we're on our way to brunch at a place called Willa Jean, and we're excited. I'll let you guys see what we have to eat when we get there. So we are here at Willa Jean, and I'm gonna do a little Q&A with my husband.
Oh, God.
So, babe,
Here we go.
what's been your favorite part of the trip so far?
So far, I mean, I liked everything. We did the plantation tour on Wednesday, and then we did a swamp tour Thursday, which was really cool. I got some good footage of alligators, and I got to hold a baby alligator, so that was dope.
Cool. If you came back to New Orleans again, what's one thing you would love to do and one thing you probably wouldn't do?
I wouldn't go to Bourbon Street. one thing I would love to do, I'm not sure. I mean, we're still exploring. We got a brunch cruise tomorrow. Today we're gonna walk around the river walk a little bit, maybe go to the aquarium. So maybe we might do a lot of things that I've already, wanted to do.
Cool. So we're at Willie. We got some orange juice. We ordered our food. So I'll show you guys the place a little bit. It's nice. And then we will show you our food. All right. We got our food. We did the, what is it called, baby? The
Hangover bowl.
WJ hangover bowl. We are not having a hangover, but it's cheesy grits, short rib, potatoes, and like onions here. And then we both got a biscuit, orange juice. So I'm super excited to dive into this food, y'all. We in New Orleans. Oh, how'd you like the food?
It was great. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yes, it was really good. So the food was phenomenal. It was like somebody's grandma made it in the kitchen. The biscuits are dangerous. Marquise didn't finish his on purpose so that I could have more, even though I don't need it. But those biscuits were really good, and it's just been a really fun time. All right, so we are walking to the Riverwalk area and probably gonna go to the aquarium right now. What would I say about New Orleans? Well, we're here the first week of August. It is very hot, but for some reason it's not like unbearable. You know, when I think about 99 degrees, I think unbearable, but we've been okay for the most part. It's hot, it's humid, but it's not like Florida. Another thing that I would say is that the Uber prices have been very cheap. We've actually been using Lyft, and we have not spent more than $10 going to where we need to get to. We are staying in the Garden District, which is supposed to be one of the most beautiful parts of New Orleans, and I would definitely agree with that. The architecture is beautiful, beautiful oak trees and magnolia trees, and loving that. And so when we need to travel from there to like the more central parts, that's been cool. I would not recommend Bourbon Street if you're not a person that likes to party, because I was highly overwhelmed and we were only there for like 5 minutes. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. But I would recommend pretty much every other place that we've been. We're gonna do the French market probably tomorrow or later today. We drove through there yesterday for the restaurant. Sorry, there's a truck. Okay, we drove through there yesterday for the restaurant that we visited, and really liked the restaurant, and the area looks more like an area that we would hang out in. Yeah. So we're gonna try that out tomorrow. It's just been a good time, right, babe?
Yep.
You had fun?
Yep.
So we crossing the street, and we'll catch y'all when we get to the aquarium. So we're at the aquarium, and you can see the alligator picture behind me. This exhibit is called Down the Bayou. So I guess they talk about wildlife in the Louisiana bayous. There's the sign there. Marquise is over there recording the jellyfish. But this alligator is pretty big, way bigger than the ones we saw yesterday. And it looks like it's albino or something. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you guys a little bit of footage while we're here. But yeah, it was pretty easy to get into the aquarium. The tickets were $35 each. They also have an insectarium. You can pay extra to see that. We weren't too interested in that, so we're just gonna see the aquarium. They have a touch pool. Marquise is touching the stingray. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I don't know. They must have deactivated their stingers or something. No. So right outside the aquarium is the Mississippi River. We checked that out and then we decided to go for a walk. So we went into the French Quarter area and saw some live music and actually sang outside too.
Close the door. Let me give you what you've been waiting for. Baby, I've got so much love to give. I want to give it all to you now. Right on, baby. Close the door. If anybody asks me about you, I guess I'll tell them I'm without you. How am I supposed to live after my life around you?
So the street performer handed the mic to Marquise to sing, and then I ended up joining them, but we didn't get it on film. But this was a lot of fun. We're both singers. I'll tag us below, but check out my husband taking it away.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, something about morning love that's heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
So after walking around for a little bit, we decided to switch it up and ride one of their historical streetcars. It was pretty cool. It's just like riding a bus or a public train. It was just $2 for the ride, but we enjoyed being able to scout out the city that way. It was very hot, but it was an affordable option to get back to the Airbnb, and we chilled for the rest of the night. This morning we are riding a boat cruise, a jazz brunch cruise called the Creole Queen. It's our last day in New Orleans, but we've had so much fun. So we're gonna end things with a bang. You ready, babe?
Ready.
bed sheets and your life jackets will be. On our mid decks, we have our Queens and Kings room. Life jackets for both Kings and Queens room can be located just outside of the Queens room.
Your dad, life is below me. Honey, on the sunny side of the street, I walk every shade. The blues on parade, and I am not afraid. Mr. Robot crawls around. If I never have a sip, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Golden at my feet, on the sunny side of the street.
So the cruise was about an hour and a half. We got brunch as soon as we got there, so I definitely recommend getting there on time so you can get your brunch, get your seat, get comfortable. But it was a beautiful cruise on the Mississippi River.
In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Guys, so it's our last day in New Orleans, and we are headed to a place called Dookie Chase. Interesting name, but the family's name is Chase. It's a black owned restaurant in New Orleans, pretty famous. Obama's been there, so we're gonna try to check it out. It says reservations are recommended, so we tried calling, but they didn't answer, so we're just gonna show up and hopefully they can seat us. If not, we got a plan B in store, but I figured I would come outside, take some pictures of this beautiful neighborhood before we head out. All right. So Dookie Chase was about 15 minutes from the Garden District. Beautiful restaurant on the inside. You could definitely tell that they tried to stay true to how it was in the 1940s. I'm sure some of that furniture is original to the time period. I mean, it was gorgeous. Black owned restaurant, soul food, Creole food, just a really, really good time. I didn't even get any footage of the actual food. We waited for a little bit because they said reservations only, but we did get a seat and the food was great. The service was great. I definitely recommend going there again. We're into Dookie Chase restaurant, and this was the perfect way to end our trip here in New Orleans. I mean, the vibes here just give you 1960s. It's just such a good feeling. Like, I could literally see Martin Luther King and Coretta and the kids sitting next to us, having their meal. We had some great soul food. I ordered the fried catfish with sweet potatoes and mac and cheese, and Marquise got the chicken, the fried chicken with the same sides. But like, being in here is so historical, and like Obama ate here, and Martin Luther King ate here, and I think like this whole trip, I've been able to really learn so much about Black history. I think New Orleans is a great city full of so much culture and diversity, and there's so much Black history in the city, beautiful architecture. I would definitely come back here again, but yes, when you come here, visit Dookie Chase, make a reservation ahead of time. They have 2 numbers you can call a couple of days early so you can get in. Great time. Well, it's a wrap. We're on our way to the airport. We're gonna try beignets at the airport because we didn't do it this entire time. And we just wanted to get some fresh ones, and every time we thought about it, it was way later. So we figured Cafe du Monde would be fresh early in the morning at the airport. It also has really good reviews. I looked it up last night. So we're just waiting on our Lyft ride, got our luggage. There's the Airbnb behind us, and we out, New Orleans. Trying a beignet. It's very good, but very powdered sugary. Very good.